our jaws are wide open. Are you kidding me right now?
You know, we practice those plays every single day.
41 points. It's the fourth 40-point game for you of the season.
Picture this. A rookie steps onto the WNBA court. The pressure's on. Everyone's watching. What does she do? She starts breaking records left and right. That's Caitlin Clark for you. From day one, she's been writing her own story. And trust me, it's a page turner. Oh, hold on a second. Recall when Clark was a college student? When they played Iowa, she was a monster. The athlete in question had a career-high 27.8 point, 8.6 assist, and 7.1 rebound average in her last season of competition. That's exceptional. It's video game statistics.
Clark is now playing in the WNBA.
Yeah.
She's finished at Iowa, and she's a star.
As if stats weren't enough, Clark was amassing hardware at a dizzying rate. A Patriot? Please verify. Top performer on the national level? I think so. She was so effective that she even guided Iowa to the title game. Her entry into the WNBA draft was sure to generate a lot of excitement.
She is the Michael Jordan. Like, I know you're not a major basketball
Him, I
person, but she is the Michael Jordan of.
Then, though, an amusing thing transpired. When Clark first set foot on a WNBA court, skepticism began to mount. Are you kidding me? It's as if they completely disregarded her college activities. Sure, she was great in college, but can she handle the pros? Was one of the criticisms leveled. So guess what? It was tough going in the beginning. Clark was frantically reversing the ball's direction. She turned the ball over more often than she assisted in one game. Your star point guard shouldn't be displaying that kind of behavior. Some people were eager to point out, see, she was overhyped as we warned you.
And they started out 0-5. And then all of a sudden, she was overrated. And she had played a full basketball season.
Clark seems to be unlucky in every way. She couldn't keep up with the larger females since every slip-up was exaggerated. For example, Clark's flaws as a player being turnover prone are nearly as big flaws as Reese missing layups. That hurts.
Caitlin Clark has now broke that glass ceiling, and they should be bowing at her. She's going to create jobs and money.
You know, I'm just really thankful. I'm trying to soak in every single second because, yeah, it's really surreal, and it kind of brings a little tear to my eye.
I said once she gets a break and then plays, some of these other teams, then you'll probably see her play.
Caitlin Clark, though, isn't one to remain still for too long. Her sudden return to her college-level brilliance came at a time when everyone thought she was about to disappear. It seemed like everything fell into place in this one game in particular. Shooting threes with ease as if they were free throws, Clark was navigating passes through seemingly insurmountable spaces. A resurgence of self-assurance was discernible. I no longer hesitated. As if she already knew she belonged, Clark was acting it out. Who are the naysayers? They began to grow quite silent. Have you forgotten about the game I mentioned earlier? We can discuss it. The Connecticut Sun was the opponent, and Clark blasted off. 26 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds are on the table. It wasn't merely the figures, though. Her execution was crucial. Clark was attempting to thread passes through imaginary holes. She was casually hitting threes from downtown. She once laid up a layup for her teammate after deceiving 3 defenders with a no-look pass. The audience lost it.
Like, they're passing. Her passes are freaking amazing.
However, there is something even more bizarre. It wasn't an accident. Over the course of the season, Clark has put up ridiculous stats. With an average of 17.3 points per game, she is currently ranked 12th in the league. As an added bonus, she leads the league in assists with 6.5 per game. Anyone may benefit from that, not only newcomers. Something completely out of the ordinary has happened this season. 5 of the top 10 games in assists have been recorded by Clark. Great job. For some teams, that's more than enough. Not only is she scoring, but she's also improving the lives of those around her.
Some good reads on the ball screens. I think that's where they got a lot of deflections and just some soft passing that Indiana's going to pick off as well. Yeah, I think I kind of struggled there. Got a little hot, got a little cold, especially to start this second half. I honestly subbed myself out of the game to get a quick breather.
I understand your thought process now, but what about all those turnovers? Clark has a high turnover rate, I agree with you, but here's the rub. Her teammates often fail to anticipate her passes, leading to several blunders. Unlike anybody else, she can perceive details on the court. Everyone else seems to be playing checkers, but she's playing chess. Do you really want to know Clark's true talent level? Her work for the Indiana Fever is very remarkable. They had a dismal 13-27 record the previous year. Will it be this year? Looking for a playoff spot? They're 13-15. Clark deserves a lot of the credit for the dramatic improvement.
Now, with Caitlin Clark playing, $2.12 million. on May 14th.
However, numbers aren't everything. The vibe on this squad has shifted drastically since Clark came on. Her teammates are stepping up their game and taking more risks off the ball in anticipation that Clark will find them in an open situation. Being a rookie doesn't make her a leader. Where do the spectators stand? Their reaction is pure joy.
Ruben, the CEO of Fanatics, Caitlin Clark had the highest selling jersey on draft night of any athlete in any sport in the company's history. Now, it's not like
Jersey sales are soaring and attendance is at an all-time high. Everyone is watching to find out what Clark does next. She's influencing the whole WNBA, not just the Fever. Now we can discuss the Rookie of the Year. I can tell you who's leading the pack. The name is Caitlin Clark. It is utterly inadequate. By drawing parallels to Angel Reese, some are attempting to turn it into a discussion. Oh, please. Clark's performance is unparalleled. She's really killing it. Listen, I want you to understand that Reese is great. To be fair, her game isn't perfect. She has a hard time making efficient shots, particularly in the paint. Are you Clark? She's absolutely delightful. Her passing is a magician's touch. She has that clutch gene and she can score from any spot. Would you like numerical values? With 6.5 assists per game, Clark is putting up 17.3 points on the season. That's great for the whole league, not just rookies. She has also had 5 games with 10 or more assists this season. Great job. For some teams, that's more than enough.
I'm proud of these girls, and we have a tough stretch of games here early in the season, and I think this is going to be a good one to learn from. My hands a lot. Obviously, need to get that down some, but we'll live with it, and we survived the day. That's all that matters.
Caitlin, the space that you guys play in, your ability to run the floor, and your vision up the court is one of the things that everybody talks about your logo.
However, numbers aren't everything. The game is being played differently because of Clark. Everyone around her is improved by her insane court vision. The rest of her team is stepping up their running and cutting because they are aware that Clark will seize any openings she finds. The thing that's truly out there is, already there are others who see Clark as one of the all-time greats of the future.
These transcend the game. Today's game is what? High pace and threes. Nobody games looks like hers.
I get it. It sounds ridiculous. She's just starting off. However, consider this. Who else in league history has had such an immediate impact? Do you recall when Diana Taurasi made her league debut? As a rookie, she had an average of 17.0 points and 3.9% assists. Clark is producing more impressive results than that. If not, what about Sue Bird? In her first season, she averaged 6 assists per game. Clark is also outperforming that. And the figures aren't the only thing that matter. That's just Clark's game. She carries herself with an air of self-assurance. The huge shot, the risky pass, is nothing frightened of her. She acts as though she has always been a part of this place, as if she is fully at home. What makes Clark's move so remarkable is that she is transforming the whole WNBA, not just her club. The ratings on television have gone increased.
And it doesn't surprise me, and I think the WNBA this year, the ratings are going to be great, and the better she is.
Yeah, I think I'm just grateful. Honestly, I just look around and I get to play in an arena full of a lot of little kids,
There has been a meteoric rise in ticket sales. Many people are tuning in to watch WNBA games solely to witness Clark's every move.